Not sitting at the desk today, don't feel like it. The message today is coming from the song Alive by Sia. It says, I was born in a thunderstorm. I grew up overnight. I played alone. I played on my own. I survived. Hey, I wanted everything I never had, like the love that comes with light. I wore envy and hatred, but I survived. Root girl, the disowned self. And then you have lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. Oh, can you see that? I'm sorry. I don't know if you saw the other one. That was awfully bright. There has been so much going on. There has been so many obstacles that you have been put directly in front of. And it's coming to a point where, like she says, I was born in a thunderstorm. You were not meant to just stand there and just take whatever comes at you. You were meant to stand in front of whatever's trying to hold you back and let it be known that you're not going out without a fight. That is one of the reasons why these obstacles are wearing you down. I grew up overnight. This is definitely for someone who at a very young age had to grow up, didn't have a choice, had situations in the home front that just did not allow you to fully be a child. And because of that mental mind frame of right away having to grow up, it was more of that's where the insecurities came in. That's where the worry of everybody else above yourself started to come in. That was the manipulation in your mind of what's to be expected for you in your future, watching negativity around you and seeing it last for as long as it did without somebody stepping in to change it. I played alone. I played on my own. I survived. You absolutely did survive. But we are out of survival mode is what Spirit is saying. There is no I'm in survival mode anymore. I wanted everything I never had, like the love that comes with light. I wore envy and I hated that, but I survived. As a child, you were loved. It's not that you weren't loved. The thing is, though, is that because even as a child, you never felt as if you fit in, you placed a boundary upon yourself with others, but in the same sense, fully giving yourself to others. So the boundary that you put up was I love this person, I'm going to accept them with all of their faults. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but these faults were placed upon you in a narcissistic manner to make you now as an adult, now that you are becoming aware of how things in your past were affecting you, now it's to the point where you're realizing that you were the light for everybody else, but they didn't see that. And that's why you were kind of pushed aside. Not to mention that the people that were in your family were also going through their own things. So in the process of all of that, I don't want to say drama, but negativity surrounding within your home, it caused your light to be dimmed. It caused you to grow up in an atmosphere not really knowing what it felt like to truly be loved without that attachment feeling, without that feeling of you're loving me just because of who I am to you. But again, you survived, like the song says. I wore envy and I hated that. That was not your envy to hold. That was within your dwelling where you were growing up. And unfortunately, it clung to you like a virus. And no, you did not grow up being envious in any way, shape, or form. You actually did the complete opposite once you were aware of it. But in the process of trying to find out who you were always disowned within yourself. That's why this card came out, the disowned self. The root girl, figuring out your roots, figuring out what makes you you and the things that you want to change and the things that you want to hold on to. Your ancestral wisdom, that's why this card comes out, is because these situations and these things that you were brought into were passed down on your ancestral lineage. And there was no way of you dodging that at such a young age when you're not even aware of really what's happening to you. That you're not even aware that it's happening to you at all. But now, as an adult, it is very obvious. And now you are 100% aware of it. I had a one-way ticket to a place where all the demons go, where the wind don't change and nothing in the ground can ever grow. No hope, just lies. And you're taught to cry in your pillow, but I survived. This song can mean so many different things to so many different people, but this message specifically that's attaching itself to this song is the reminder of give yourself a pat on the back, because where you came from, no, it was not horrible. Nobody's saying that. But there were exterior things around you as a child that affected you that as an adult now, you're starting to realize these attachments, these flaws, these things that happened to you that you didn't understand that this was actually going to affect you now. I went to pull just a regular tarot deck, and these two cards slipped out. The Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. For you, trying to learn who you are and re-own who you are brought a lot of obstacles. I just keep seeing like there's this path. It's almost like a video game. Like there's a path, but there's these things that just pop up out of nowhere. And every time they popped up, don't get me wrong, you conquered it. You overcame it. You were able to move forward from those obstacles. But now that you're in your growth era, your change era, it's now becoming a little harder to understand where this is all going to bring you, what this is going to do to you. And one of the things that Spirit is stressing right now is rest. It's not saying to do absolutely nothing, but Spirit is advising you that over the years, you have taken on a lot. And if you were to sit down and really think about all the different obstacles that popped up on your path throughout those times, this last couple of years, I'm going to say at least 5 to 7 years in a row, something major grew itself onto your path that you had to overcome. As much as you've overcome every single one of them, as you're going through your healing journey and your growth journey, it's painful because now you're looking back at those scenarios and feeling as if, I wish I handled it a different way. I wish I said what I needed to say. I wish I didn't stay quiet. And you're allowing that to eat at your soul, and your soul is like, please stop. Please stop. Let's rest from this.